In a world where instant gratification and constant validation seem to dominate relationships, there's a quiet yet profound truth that high-value men understand. Chasing women is not the path to building meaningful connections. Instead, they embody a silent power move, one that attracts rather than pursues. This video is not about manipulation or playing games. It's about understanding the mindset, principles, and actions that define high-value men and why they never feel the need to chase. We'll explore the psychology behind this approach, the traits that make high-value men stand out, and how this mindset can transform not just your relationships, but your entire life. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of why chasing is counterproductive and how to embody the silent power that naturally draws people towards you. Let's dive into the first chapter, where we'll unpack the foundational principles of high-value men and why they operate differently in relationships. Chapter 1. The Mindset of a High-Value Man. A high-value man is defined not by his material possessions or social status, but by his mindset. He understands that his worth is intrinsic and not dependent on external validation. This self-assuredness is the cornerstone of his silent power. High-value men prioritize self-respect and self-awareness. They know that chasing after someone, whether in relationships, career, or life, often stems from a place of insecurity or lack. Instead, they focus on building themselves into the best version of who they can be. This doesn't mean they're perfect. It means they're committed to growth and excellence. One of the key traits of a high-value man is emotional independence. He doesn't rely on others to fill voids in his life. Whether he's single or in a relationship, his happiness and fulfillment come from within. This emotional stability makes him magnetic, as people are naturally drawn to those who are secure in themselves. Another critical aspect of his mindset is clarity of purpose. High-value men have a clear vision for their lives and are actively working toward their goals. This sense of direction not only gives them confidence, but also makes them attractive to others. Women, in particular, are drawn to men who have a strong sense of purpose, as it signals stability and reliability. In relationships, high-value men understand that chasing is a sign of desperation. They know that genuine connections are built on mutual respect and interest, not one-sided pursuit. Instead of chasing, they focus on creating an environment where attraction can naturally flourish. This mindset is not about playing hard to get or being aloof. It's about valuing oneself enough to let things unfold organically. High-value men know that if someone is truly interested, they'll make an effort to be part of their lives. This approach not only saves time and energy, but also ensures that the relationships they do form are based on genuine connection rather than forced dynamics. In the next chapter, we'll explore the concept of self-worth and how it shapes the way high-value men approach relationships. Chapter 2. The Role of Self-Worth in Relationships. Self-worth is the foundation of how high-value men navigate the world, especially when it comes to relationships. They understand that their value is not determined by how much attention they receive or how many people are interested in them. Instead, it's rooted in their own sense of self-respect and self-love. A man with high self-worth doesn't feel the need to chase because he knows that his time and energy are valuable. He's selective about who he invests in, and he's not afraid to walk away from situations that don't align with his values or goals. This selectivity is not about arrogance. It's about recognizing that not every connection is worth pursuing. High-value men also understand that chasing often leads to imbalance in relationships. When one person is constantly pursuing the other, it creates a dynamic where one person holds more power. This imbalance can lead to resentment, frustration, and ultimately, the breakdown of the relationship. Instead of chasing, high-value men focus on building mutual interest. They engage in meaningful conversations, show genuine interest in the other person, and create opportunities for connection. However, they also pay close attention to reciprocity. If the other person isn't putting in the same level of effort, they don't push or chase. They simply move on. This approach is rooted in the belief that the right person will meet them halfway. High-value men don't settle for less than they deserve, and they're willing to wait for someone who truly values and respects them. Self-worth also plays a crucial role in how high-value men handle rejection. They understand that rejection is not a reflection of their value, but rather a sign that the other person isn't the right fit for them. Instead of taking it personally, they see it as an opportunity to redirect their energy toward more fulfilling pursuits. In the next chapter, we'll delve into the importance of emotional intelligence and how it shapes the way high-value men interact with others. Chapter 3: Emotional Intelligence, the Silent Magnet. Emotional intelligence is one of the most underrated yet powerful traits of high-value men. It's the ability to understand and manage one's own emotions while also being attuned to the emotions of others. This skill allows them to navigate relationships with grace, empathy, and authenticity. High-value men use emotional intelligence to create deep, meaningful connections. They listen actively, communicate effectively, and are able to express their feelings without being overly emotional or reactive. This balance makes them incredibly attractive, as people feel safe and understood in their presence. One of the key aspects of emotional intelligence is self-regulation. High-value men don't let their emotions dictate their actions. They remain calm and composed, even in challenging situations. This emotional stability is a silent power move that sets them apart from those who are ruled by their impulses. Another important component is empathy. High-value men are able to put themselves in others' shoes and understand their perspectives. This doesn't mean they compromise their own values or boundaries, but it does mean they approach relationships with compassion and understanding. Emotional intelligence also plays a role in how high-value men handle conflict. They don't avoid difficult conversations, but they approach them with tact and respect. They're able to express their needs and concerns without being confrontational, which fosters healthy communication and resolution. In relationships, emotional intelligence allows high-value men to create a sense of emotional safety. Women, in particular, are drawn to men who can provide this sense of security, as it allows them to be vulnerable and open. In the next chapter, we'll explore the concept of abundance mentality and how it influences the way high-value men approach relationships. Chapter 4: The Abundance Mentality. High-value men operate from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. They believe that there are plenty of opportunities, connections, and possibilities in the world, and they don't feel the need to cling to any one person or situation. This abundance mentality is a key reason why they don't chase. They know that if one opportunity or relationship doesn't work out, there are countless others waiting to be explored. This mindset gives them a sense of freedom and confidence that is incredibly attractive. An abundance mentality also allows high-value men to approach relationships without fear or desperation. They don't feel the need to settle or compromise their values because they trust that the right person will come along at the right time. This mindset is not about being dismissive or indifferent. It's about recognizing that their worth is not tied to any one person or outcome. High-value men invest in relationships, but they do so from a place of choice rather than necessity. The abundance mentality also extends to how high-value men view themselves. They believe in their own potential and are constantly working to improve and grow. This self-belief radiates outward, making them even more attractive to others. In the next chapter, we'll discuss the importance of boundaries and how high-value men use them to maintain their sense of self-respect and integrity. Chapter 5: The Power of Boundaries. Boundaries are essential for maintaining self-respect and ensuring healthy relationships. High-value men understand this and are not afraid to set and enforce boundaries. They know that boundaries are not about controlling others, but about protecting their own well-being. By setting clear boundaries, they communicate their values and expectations, which helps to filter out people who don't align with them. High-value men also respect the boundaries of others. They understand that healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and consent, and they don't push or pressure others to cross their own boundaries. In the next chapter, we'll explore the role of confidence and how it shapes the way high-value men approach relationships. Chapter 6: Confidence, the Silent Attractor. Confidence is one of the most attractive traits a person can have, and high-value men exude it in everything they do. This confidence is not about arrogance or showmanship. It's about a deep sense of self-assurance and belief in one's own abilities. High-value men know their worth, and they don't need external validation to feel good about themselves. In relationships, this confidence is incredibly appealing. It creates a sense of security and stability that draws people in. Women, in particular, are attracted to men who are confident in themselves and their decisions. In the next chapter, we'll discuss the importance of patience and how high-value men use it to build meaningful connections. Chapter 7: The Virtue of Patience. Patience is a virtue that high-value men embody in all aspects of their lives, including relationships. They understand that good things take time and that rushing or forcing a connection often leads to disappointment. Instead, they allow relationships to develop naturally, without pressure or expectation. This patience is a silent power move that sets them apart from those who are constantly chasing or seeking instant gratification. In the final chapter, we'll explore how high-value men create lasting impact and leave a legacy through their actions and relationships. Chapter 8: Leaving a Lasting Impact. High-value men are not just focused on the present, they're also thinking about the future and the legacy they want to leave behind. They understand that their actions and relationships have a lasting impact, and they strive to make that impact positive and meaningful. By embodying the principles we've discussed in this video, high-value men create a life of purpose, fulfillment, and connection that inspires others to do the same. Conclusion: the silent power move of not chasing is not about playing games or being aloof. It's about embodying self-respect, confidence, and emotional intelligence in a way that naturally attracts others. High-value men understand that their worth is not determined by how much they pursue, but by how much they grow, give, and inspire. By adopting this mindset, you too can transform your relationships and your life. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this.